Hello, ladies. I am back. This is Nutritionist Rob with Black Women Obesity TV. And for those who are tuning in for the first time, this channel deals with our obesity problem in the black community, period. We have an obesity pandemic. And we're sitting here worried about something floating in the around the world, but I'm going to talk to you about that today because we're in big trouble. Big trouble. We're just, I don't understand when it comes to eating and health. We just don't have any concerns. We don't care. Being around my friends and family is absolutely crazy. And all of them are sick. They're all sick. There's this hex over us with this food. And right now, the sad part about it, and I don't want to talk to you about black history in this country because I study black history. Most of us don't even understand right now they're exterminating us. Right, as we speak. We are being exterminated. They are done with black labor. But we'll talk about that some other time. Because when it comes to these foods, we're so emotional. I mean, we're so emotional. I mean, we act like we lose our minds when we have these foods. Well, that's how they want it. And if you listen to the other videos, I'm talking to you about this. I mean, this channel, you know, I'm giving you great information on what's going on. I don't know what we're waiting for. Are we waiting for some white supremacist to tell us what's going on? They're not telling you what's going on. That's how stupid we are. We don't get it. But some of you will get it. But once you're overweight, they got you. Because they know it's going to lower your immune system. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the immune system and all the diseases that are out here. And once you're sick and overweight, then they're going to come. No doubt. And they're in our community. And that's what I tell you on this channel, we got to get the weight off. You got to learn how to get the weight off. We have to develop a new eating culture. We don't have a culture. It's not macaroni and cheese and fried chicken and Popeyes. That's a whole different topic talking about Popeyes. Like sometimes I just say, who are we waiting for to tell us this? Me, or we waiting for some athlete or entertainer to tell us what's going on out here? Well, they're not telling you because they're told not to tell you. And trust me, I know some prominent people out here and they don't eat this crap, especially the white ones. So today, we have to do this in parts. I'm going to talk to you guys about basic human body functions. Basic human body function. This should be taught in first grade. So, this is what we're going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about something the white supremacists don't want you to know about is an immune system. It doesn't exist. Most of us don't know what an immune system is. That's what causes disease. So let's do basic knowledge. We're going to turn the emotions off. And we're just going to learn about what's going on. And maybe it can help you lose this weight. Give you just a different perspective, okay? Here we go. This is basically how we function. The human body. And basically, it starts with this higher force. We call God. You can call Allah, God, the Most High. That's what this is all about. There's a higher force that is continuously gives our bodies life. Period. I mean, I don't know what else more I can say. And again, we call this higher force that's keeping us alive. Majority of you say God. Right? I would say the Most High. So as far as our bodies are concerned, we really don't think about this. We don't think about our heart beating, us breathing. We don't think about how our foods are being digested. We don't really deal with it. We just glad that we're alive And God keeps this body going. And, we basically hope every day we get up in the morning that we're going to wake up. And it's a blessing, right? All right. So, again, this higher force that we're dealing with here is digesting our foods. He's pumping our heart. Our kidneys are functioning. Right? We don't really worry about none of that stuff. Now, really what's going on is that everybody's heard of a cell. Cells do everything in the body. Everything. So we're not leaving anything out. So we've got heart cells, intestine cells, brain cells, nerve cells, kidney cells, pancreas cells, skin cells. We have all these different cells. And they all have a function. And they're running their own little business. They do different things. You with me? So, basic nutrition is that we are responsible for providing these cells what it needs to function. That's what our job is, to provide these cells of what they need to keep you alive. Remember, you don't have to worry about this thing, this body functioning. I mean, it has a greater mind than you do. It has a greater will than you do. It's moving constantly. And you have to rest it. But you have to provide it with the foods that it needs to function. Now here's the craziness right now. We have no clue what these cells want to function. So now, once they're not functioning properly, you feel sick. If you feel sick, something's going on with all these cells, and you have trillions of cells. So if you feel sick, the cells are under attack by something. Now there's two things here. You have an immune system. So it's like the system of America doesn't want you to know that there is an immune system. They don't want you to know that the body's self-healing. They don't want you to know that. So we believe that it's not self-healing. That's what we believe. You're just listening to CNN and all these news channels that give you no information. The cells are under constant attack every second of the day. And we're getting to a point, you're going to see it. Every second of the day, it's being attacked. So what's attacking these cells? What is attacking these cells? So what is attacking the cells are simple. Bacteria, fungus, molds, parasites, and I'm going to come back to viruses in a second. We're going to come back to viruses. So the immune system's job is to get rid of anything that should not be in the body that can attack the cells. That's the function of the immune system. So again, every second we breathe, drink, and eat millions of invaders every minute. So if we're breathing in these invaders every minute, well, why aren't you dead? Why aren't you dead? As a matter of fact, there are more bacteria in your body than cells. All you are is a big clump of bacteria. Now here's the issue here. The majority of the people out here, and especially black people, believe in what is called the germ factor or the germ theory. You believe that germs cause disease. Germs don't cause disease. A low immune system causes disease. And I was talking to my buddy, it's basic 101. If you have trillions of bacteria in your body, and your body's fighting to get rid of them every second, as soon as you die, the body dies, what happens? What happens? The body starts to decay immediately because the immune system is dead. The bacteria are taking over. They're going, oh my God, there's no army killing us. You with me? So how can germs cause disease? They don't. It's your immune system. Check this out. If you took a piece of meat and put it and left it out on your counter for 3 days, would you eat it? No, you would not eat it because you would say it's going to make you sick. The meat doesn't have an immune system. So the bacteria just go in there and start eating it up. They're everywhere. Hey, how about if you take a piece of bread, leave it on your counter, leave it in a bag, and it eventually starts turning green, huh? Those are molds. You breathe them in every second. You don't die. Now here's the craziest thing. The immune system has one ammunition. One ammunition. And they all use the same ammunition. And that ammunition is oxygen. Oxygen is its ammunition. So when you go to the beach and you're breathing in oxygen, in the salts, which they don't like either, that's what increases your immune system. Oxygen. That's just one part of it. All right? So you got to remember you're wearing masks now. Okay? Now, let's briefly talk about a virus. You have to look this up. A virus is not a living thing. And so they have you scared. They think you think this thing's crawling over like mice and jumping into your mouth. Viruses are not living things. They're not bacteria. They don't grow. They don't multiply. They don't jump. They don't swim. And we're going to get back into this a little bit because the word virus means poison. But how can you have trillions of bacteria in your body and parasites and molds and allergens from the plants outside? You're breathing it every day. How come you're not dead? How come you're not dead? Germs don't cause disease. They know this. They know that this is true. I'm not going to get into what viruses are. We'll talk about that at a time. But viruses are made in the body makes viruses to keep our immune system high. The body makes these viruses to keep our immune system high. So we have viruses, trillions of viruses, trillions of bacteria in our body. Trillions. But you keep watching that TV because they're lying. All right? So, okay, we're going to break this up. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to go part 1 and part 2 and whatever, how long I got to talk. Here's the last thing I got to say. When we talk about the cells and the immune system, protecting these cells, the foods from God's table, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, grains, from God's table, from the earth, that you do not destroy. Especially the fruits and vegetables, the dark green leafy vegetables and the dark fruits. When you eat them, it lights these bacteria, fungus, molds, cancer cells. It lights them up like a big a Christmas tree. So what do we eat? We don't eat enough of this. We're eating hamburger helper. Now, we're going to continue this, and we're going to talk about what lowers the immune system. So this is part one, and now in part two, I'm going to talk to you what actually lowers your immune system. And the number one thing now is obesity. All right? I'll see you in part two. I'm out.